So today, welcome to the world of WiiU. It's a system we will all enjoy together, but also one that's tailor-made for you.
Well, welcome to the C4gaming forum. I'm your host as always, C4 Platinum. Today I'm going to talk to you about the WiiU and a couple of things that have already been confirmed about the WiiU. Let's see where to start off. I guess we'll start off with the most, attention-getting subject about the WiiU. That would be the WiiU controller. Right now, this thing is looking like it's going to be a beast. Almost a iPad with a controller attached to it. Actually pretty cool. You got a 6.2 inch screen on it. You got dual analogs. You have 4 pressure sensitive buttons on the back side, your L and R's. You have microphone built in. You got gyroscope built in. You have stereo speakers built into it. It's a single touchpad, which is actually really good. And it'll take care of everything you need to do gaming wise. You won't be able to, use 2 fingers at a time, but I'm pretty sure you get the job done. And also, now, I guess for some people they claim that this was confusing, that they didn't realize this was a new console. But for me, that was fairly simple. The WiiU itself is going to be a powerhouse. Right now, it's going to be, well, we're only on the, I think, 2nd or 3rd dev kit specs. There's rumored to be at least 4 or 5 done already. So they might be starting to finalize things by now. But right now, the specs are looking at a quad-core CPU running at about 3.5 gigahertz, 1 gig of RAM, a graphics card with the power of a 2 gigabyte graphics card, which is going to be, installed thanks to their friends at ATI. Which I love ATI graphics cards. So I know it's going to be a beast, and I'm pretty sure it has to be a beast anyway because it's going to be able to stream, HD to the television and also stream a pretty high resolution feed constantly to the controller. Well, multiple controllers, which has also been confirmed. Let me see. What else we got? We know that all Wii accessories, Wiimotes, nunchuck, Wii balance board, stuff like that is all going to be compatible with the WiiU right out the box. It's going to be completely backwards compatible, and Nintendo's very good about that. About making sure that they bring forth the last generation, because they know people have their favorites, and you want to carry those with you, so that's always a plus. Let me think, is there anything else that we know for sure? Launch lineup is going to be pretty cool. I'm thinking WiiU, the Nintendo has already learned from that 3DS fiasco about trusting third parties to make their games at launch without putting anything on there. So hopefully this time it'll be a really good launch. And we also know that it's coming out sometime between the end of the year after E3. So those are the things that we know for sure. And when I find out anything else, I'm gonna make sure I let you know. So stay tuned. I'm gonna keep giving you the regular updates. Hope you enjoyed this segment.
I know we've beaten the odds before, but getting to that tower, I don't know, Shepard.
I can handle them. Go!
Off to the left! Holy shit! Stick to cover!
We'll try to get that reefer something else to shoot at.
Just keep moving! Get back to
Sao Paulo a few weeks before.
I can get you work, Max. Work that only a guy like you can do.
I ain't a cop no more. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this.
This is Sao Paulo, brother. It's kind of fun, good pay. We keep people safe.
It wasn't pretty, but I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be.
The girl was kidnapped by the CS.
We have always been targets. We all know that.
Here I was again, with all hell breaking loose around another girl I had been trying to protect. This was a hell of a hangover.
Okay, today we're going to talk about these Nintendo haters and why they need to be grateful instead of hating all the time. For those that don't know, Nintendo is a Japanese-based video game company who have been around for probably getting close to 30 years, if not more than that. If you don't count the, the NES and stuff, and count all the extra Famicom and stuff they did before they got huge. Now, you're talking about a company that has done so much for the gaming industry and gets relatively ostracized, talked about, downed, pretty much left as an afterthought in most situations, which really grinds my gears, so to speak. But just to remind some of you spoiled gamers that think Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 are God's gift to gaming, let me reiterate to you what God's gift to gaming truly is. Okay, you're talking about a company and they introduced to you the D-pad. Okay, you think about that, a D-pad. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to do, godly, there's so many different things you would never be able to select in games right now if it wasn't for that one little feature alone. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much put aside the Atari pole controller, joystick controllers. You know what I'm saying? That brought about a level of precision that video games had never known up until that point. Now you can argue with me all day long, but I think that's pretty well known fact right there. So we're gonna move on to another thing that they've given you that you probably don't even appreciate no more. The analog stick. If it wasn't for Nintendo and that 64, you would never ever be able to wander around in 3D space or be able to play your precious first-person shooters without that. So you think about that. Now, we also have the rumble, pressure-sensitive buttons. All these things are things that came along courtesy of Nintendo, people. Don't forget where you came from. Now, let's keep on going. What else you got? Well, okay, Sony PlayStation boys. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but the PlayStation only came about because Nintendo opted not to use a CD drive in their new system, which was going to be the 64 or the Nintendo Ultra at the time. Sony scooped that up and ran with it, and you see where they got you. So, either way you look at it, if it wasn't for Nintendo, not only would you not have your CD gaming right now and these DVD-based games, you wouldn't even have a Sony PlayStation right now. You might want to thank the granddaddy of gaming for that one. Nintendo's done so much for it. I mean, they done introduced motion controls, but all you get is little whiny haters that don't want to play nothing. But then, what really agitates me is that you have a company like Nintendo that's been innovating for almost over 30 years, but you want them to stop innovating and do the same thing that their competition is doing, which is not trying to bring you anything new, not trying to make sure that gaming is fun, which is the main reason you game. Who wants to come home and get stressed out? You play games to relieve stress and have fun and chill with your family and friends. And I'm kind of glad that Nintendo has not forgotten that fun factor in video gaming. Everybody's so busy chasing a dollar and trying to rip us off at every turn for $50 or $60 that they forget about how to have fun. You always worry about getting online, and you get online, you get stressed out because somebody's lagging on you and somebody's cheating. So think about that next time. You do it to yourself. Nintendo gave you so many great gaming franchises. So many franchises that a lot of them actually get forgotten. And they're starting to come back. So you think about that. Then also you're talking about one of the largest back catalogs of games at this point right now ever. Even Apple can't even compete with that as far as the back library goes. But that's all I'm going to say about this right now, because I don't want to get too heated, and I don't want to make the video longer than it has to be. But trust me, you will hear more from me, because there's a lot of stupidity going around, and it's time to clean it up. Thanks for watching the C4 Gaming Forum. I appreciate it. Oh, and always tell your friends about me.